The Table is Yours podcast contains content that may not be suitable for some audiences, such as themes of violence, swearing, sexual language, alcohol, and death. Please, if any sequences or episodes are ever triggering or uncomfortable in any way, we ask you to take a pause from the episode or skip it entirely. It is important that our table is a safe space for everyone, including you.
The Table is Yours podcast is a role-playing adventure show where a bunch of friends around a table and through video call play tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons. Together, we hope to bring the joy and fun of our game to you, wherever you are, as if you are a part of our table. For when you're sitting, creating, and playing with us, the table is yours.
Hello, and welcome back to The Table is Yours, a role-playing adventure where a bunch of friends sit around a table or are on Discord playing Dungeons and Dragons, and maybe eventually down the line a different TTRPG. Me! I am your fearless GM, Con Riley. My pronouns are they, them. And a fun fact about... you can follow me anywhere at Kryles or Kryles _ And then a fun fact about me is me and my partner just got a new kitty. His name is Ollie, named after a character from our last campaign. And there he is terrorizing the world.
So cute.
Alright, let's go down and meet our funly friends.
Funly friends? What? The face in their funly friends.
Are you here? Bestie?
We are doing... Wow, I was right to roll a 2 on my vibe check.
Here, I'm gonna roll a new one. Hold on. I'm rolling a new vibe check. Everyone can go off of this one. I got a 2. Never mind. We're
oh my god, you brought it! The vibes are truly real.
Vibes.
Oh
fuck.
Jesus
Should
Christ.
I also vibe
You simply
check?
cannot change the vibe.
If you get a 2, yeah,
amazing.
we have to
I think
cancel the
vibes are
podcast.
correct.
Do I also... Well, do I check if my vibes are also rancid, though?
Probably, yeah.
Check if your vibes are inside.
Just lie and say it's a 2.
I got a 3.
Oh, so you're better than me, but not by much.
The vibes are still rancid all around.
The vibes are...
Yeah. I'm doubling down. We're going to talk with our funly friends. First up, Lexi.
Hello, my name is Lexi. May I use she, her pronouns? You can find me at Be Real when I finally use it again after I remember to use it. Lexi, may I help you? My fun fact is that I have been trying to get into more and more obscure sports so that when people say, who cares about the sport, I get to say, it's me. I care about it.
I do. Oh, fuck, it's me. I'm Andrew. I use he, him pronouns. I play Y.
Hi, I'm Sydney. My pronouns are she, her. I play Codex Sayori, and please, this is both my fun fact and where you can find me. The opposite. Please stop finding me in the Bayou and Hunt Showdown. I just want to extract one time. I've been killed every match I've played by people crouching in the bushes, and I'm tired, and I just want to go home to my family after hunting a monster. So please don't find me in the Bayou. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I use she, her pronouns. I play Isabella Ballador, Tiefling Paladin Bard. And a fun fact, I think I'm gonna jump off Lexi's, is that I am a Charlotte Hornets fan. Please let it be known that this is recorded in 2022. And I'm gonna say Mason Plumlee is my favorite center in the NBA. He may be traded by the time this airs. He may not be a Charlotte Hornet. So, yeah, that's that. Fun fact.
I love that you guys, that means I'll have to look up whenever this comes out, be like, is this person still?
Your DM and editor of The Table is Yours, Con Riley, coming in to give an update on Mason Plumlee, who was previously part of the Charlotte Hornets and has now officially been moved to the Los Angeles Clippers as of February 9th, 2023. So that has changed. Okay, bye.
Hi, I'm Vic. I use they, them pronouns, and I play resident rat boy Terrence Astonis.
Boo, get another line.
Well, now it's a thing. I'm making it a thing, so now it's my thing.
Alright, Gretchen.
My fun fact today is... Don't tell me to shut up.
That's the fun fact.
That I am the bane of Khan's existence.
That is
that I live to watch them suffer and make all my choices only for that fact. That makes me smile.
What makes you smile, audience?
Answer in the comments below.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, I'm Heather Alexandria Lore. I play Shay Erebos. You can find me on Instagram at Land of Lore, or honestly any other social media. And my fun fact today is thanks to the copious amounts of campaigns I'm in and all of the different games I play, and also the influence of other people, I have way too many dice now. I have so many dice, and I'm not going to stop collecting anytime soon.
It's an infectious problem, but I love having this problem.
It's true, it's great. And they're
99
all
problems.
gorgeous, and
This
I
is one
love
I want.
it.
You know how people used to have, I mean, maybe not all people, but my grandfather used to have a table that was full of knives?
Yes, yeah.
And it's like a glass table. You should just fill a table with dice.
Oh my god, I
Reaching
could.
around.
All right, well, let's get into the recap then.
What story shall be sung today? One can never know how the melody might sound. Our adventurers have already begun to pluck the strings of their story, and their combined composition is unfolding like a road before us.
Scar consumed multiple serums and grew to an unfathomable size. He was relentless, but we were lucky that Maud was smart enough to send Shay, after she recovered, to our aid. Though, even with Shay, it was not easy to stop Scar. It wasn't until Terrence regained strength to drink and bring Terry back was Scar finally stopped and killed. The power seemed to wipe Terry out, who shrunk back to Terrence and fell unconscious afterwards. Codex told her family to stay safe as we decided the best course of action would be to leave for the Echo Chamber, knowing full well that law enforcement would be on their way. We made it to the Junebox where Darian met us. They met Issa and got our entrance to Merkside, where we gathered at the Lost and Found. Darian wanted to explain what they found on their trip to the 11th, but decided to wait until Terrence was awake to explain it all. However, they did let us know that Terrence's money, specifically the gold from Vorano, had been marked with an arcane V that he used to track our resident rat boy. Shay offered to disperse the coins on topside to get Vorano's send-off of them directly. She went to this fancy club tavern called Teeters, where she ran to an old friend of hers, Leia Moore, an intelligent woman that knew a lot of masked information of the goings-on in the Burg that she definitely used to barter with. She had told Shay that she had heard of the Fated Fates, seen wanted posters after the Artificer Gala, as well as hearing of our involvement in the graduation massacres. She said she was looking into Balthazar, which piqued Shay's interest. Clea offered a quid pro quo for information. If Shay told her about Vorano, she'd explain what she knew about Balthazar. Shay explained that Vorano had been after Terrence for the serums, and Clea explained that Balthazar had left stains of blood pools in his wake. Not only that, but he had connections to the Bull of the Nermon Society and a coup of people associated with an old wild city of Ponte. Shay digested that, and the two of them decided to meet up later, as she dropped the remaining coins and returned to the Echo Chamber. Back in the Lost and Found, Darian and I discussed worries about Lady Seraphima hunting the Fated Fates. The next morning, Darian gathered us and explained from their time in the 11th, with their connection to the Onyx Obscurity, they were able to interrogate one of Vorano's lackeys. This information connected a lot of dots together. Darian told us how Vorano worked directly for Balthazar, and that his full name was Balthazar de Marta, aka the brother of Fiara de Marta, the Bull of the Nermon Society. After we got Darian up to speed on all that we found out since last seeing them, they told us from their and Big T's side, they didn't really care about all the extra stuff. They just wanted Vorano taken care of and Balthazar's connection to the Echo Chamber severed. The rest didn't matter. Darian told us that Vorano needed to get out of the big picture and suggested maybe we take care of him, offering us 1,000 gold to do so. Hopefully we can think of something to do with that amount and end all of this.
Let's start. Do you guys want to start right where we left off, or do you want to be like already leaving? Are you guys leaving the Echo Chamber?
I feel like, I mean, personally, I feel like we wouldn't until we have this all planned out.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we'll have, like, a team meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Ding, ding, ding.
Exactly, yeah.
Team
Call to
guy.
order. Oh, Ollie. He's like, what the? You ready?
All right. Well, then the table is yours. I'll leave you. Well, I'll probably Darian gave you the money. Went, just figure this out, and just probably walked away.
What if we ran with this money? What if we just left?
No, darling. I think this is going to be much more interesting.
No. I thought I'd just throw it out there, but that's, I mean,
It doesn't surprise me, but I do like the plan of making you bait. I think it's the thing that Vorano would want to come after.
fine.
We'll be there, darling. Don't you worry.
Yeah, but what if...
I'm not worried about you. You can take care of yourself, and we'll be right there as well.
So if I'm bait, then what is the, like... what is the facade behind the rest of the party? Are we thinking?
We could just do a tournament or something.
Mm.
Your prize.
Oh, that's amazing.
This feels dehumanizing.
That's fine.
Right.
I think for the level of clientele that we want to try to bring in, I don't know if tournament would quite be the way to go. Although I do like it for the future. I think something a little bit more shady and information involved would be the type of draw for these people.
Or giving at least the opportunity to have, like, exchanges with people, make it under the guise of, like, this is a fancy event, but there's gonna be a mixture of, like, high-class clientele and kind of skeezy clientele at this.
Okay, then I think Issa's, like, in the corner with the sending stone that Maud gave her. She's just kind of like, hey, Maud?
Issa, yes?
Yeah, hi. So we did see Vorano and Balthazar, actually. Fought some big guys. We're all fine, though. We are going to be throwing a sort of... We haven't decided yet, but I'm just wondering if we could use the building that I met you and Shaman way back when in Precinct 3.
To throw a party?
A party, a duel, something. We're gonna be inviting some high-profile clients, which, like, I will also need your help with since you have more connections. But we're trying to lure Vorano out into the open so we can, gather information like you've requested.
What happened to staying low and searching out through your connections in the third? I thought that was the plan.
Well, we already got found out in the third, so we've already passed that stage. Yeah, I'm not going to get into it right now, but it's kind of on Codex's brother. So, but hey, we dealt with it. We're fine.
Then are you sure a fighting ring is maybe the best idea? I mean, you can use it, but
I'm not married to the fight. Everyone is now just like looking at Issa talking on the set. She's like, I'm not married to the fighting ring. Oh, yeah. So Wash wants to do a fighting ring. I'm not sure if that's the best approach. Maybe like there would be one headliner duel between two people, and people can come and mingle, and there's hors d'oeuvres, and there's fun events.
It makes me think of when you're like washing the idea of fighting ring. Made me think of like Christmas story. It's like do you know where Ralphie heard that word? Probably from his father. Like he's like I was thinking, Mike, yeah, because he's a criminal. Well, yeah, because he's a criminal. Like of course he wants someone to do a fighting ring.
He's just like, I don't like the duel idea, but you know what? If it works, I'll go for it. But anyway, can I use the building?
And I mean, it's not owned by us. It is a hollowed out place that we decorate and fill up. So sure, go for it. You probably have to kick out some people in there. That sounds horrible.
Great. And then we will need some help inviting some high profile people. So if I get you a list, could you assist in that?
Sure. But
we think it's gonna work with the Vorano was tracking Terrence, so they know exactly where we just were, and I think Vorano really wants Terrence, so Terrence will definitely be there. I don't know if we want to do the 1v1 fight. Maybe it could be advertised as someone with a strong ability versus someone who doesn't have that ability. Terrence versus someone.
I feel like Vorano wouldn't go for that, but I mean, if you think you can play it in that kind of way, give me the list and I can see.
What do you think Vorano would... She's like, what do you think Vorano would go for, actually?
Give me the list and I could invite who I can. I don't think I want to invite... whoever's on your list, if it's somebody who thinks that might connect you to Lady Seraphima, if there's anyone on the list that potentially could get you found out by where you are by Lady Seraphima, I would not invite them.
Appreciate it.
Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, can you invite Elise? Is she available?
I actually think she might be on a mission somewhere close to the third, either in the second or in the third proper. So, yeah, I can see where she was sent out, and then we can invite her, yeah.
Perfect. All right. We'll put together a list, and I will call you back. Thanks, Maud.
Okay, just please make sure that everybody there has their head on straight. You're the only person I trust part of them.
Okay. Yep. That makes sense. Thanks.
If anybody else would have asked, you'd be like, no. Like.
It's true.
Yeah. Yep. That's why I have the sending stone. No one else got it.
Can I ask a question? Who exactly are we trying to attract here besides Vorano? Are we just trying to get, like, nobility? Because nobles like art and shit. All of them went to that big event, and, like, I guess probably part of it was the fact that it's being hosted by Lady Seraphima, but, like, they like spending money and stuff in the public eye, right? Like, what if we just got, like, an artist or something to show
I mean, I don't think we need nobility, necessarily. I think we're more so interested in Vorano and something that would attract him, but if you think having nobility there would be better, can go that route.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like being like, hey, here's Terrence at a party is too obvious. Like, I don't think he's that stupid.
We could make it the underground nobility.
That's what I was thinking, is less, like, morally correct higher-ups, and maybe try and do something that could lure out, like...
Well, I don't think nobility is morally correct higher-ups. I don't... I don't think just because they're in the public eye, they're nobility there.
But I think, like Maud said, us inviting higher up, above ground nobility will certainly attract Lady Seraphima to our location, if she doesn't know where we are already.
Here's an idea. Why don't we make it an auction, and we bid off the recipe?
Fuck no.
It doesn't have to be the real recipe. We can just say it's the real recipe. They don't have to believe it or not. You can make up whatever you want. You can be a sleeping potion if you want to, but if you make it look fancy enough...
Why don't we spin it this way? Why don't we say we have a young scientist with a groundbreaking something that could cause cures or healing or something, empowerment, and make it more of a charity auction. If there's one thing that wealthy people like, it's decadence and charity that makes them look good.
True. Does Vorano like that?
I don't think he's a very charitable man, but that's my own thoughts.
Ron, it's Christmas.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Is that why he's called Santa Claus?
That's why.
No.
Burgermeister Burger.
I think that the auction is a good idea, and you can auction off me, like, as a whole, like, person. I am not writing.
You
down,
want this twink?
I am not.
Want some.
I will not be writing down. I mean, I know not the real formula, but I have already told him I'm not giving it to him. So, yeah, it only exists in here anyway. So.
Excellent. Maybe we can say we stole it and have you captive.
They know you don't have me captive. We've been seen together. So you can auction me off, and you can auction me as what one said, I almost said Lexi, as one said, young scientist with a groundbreaking discovery, whatever, and I'll work for you for free, whatever, as the auction. But you have to have other things to auction off, obviously. So, but I think the auction will attract, depending on the items, could attract both sides of the morally corrupt spectrum, depending on what we are auctioning. So
come up with another fake name, please. Like, we are the big boys, and this is our auction. The big boy auction.
Big boy auction.
Who's gonna be the face of this whole thing? I think any of us will be like a red flag, right?
I point at one. She wasn't there at the party, so she's the only one that isn't recognizable. You could still wear your mask. You just have, like, everyone else is attached to this.
I don't even have this guy's kid now.
You're gonna be involved anyway.
If anything, I'll be the help.
It's either you or it can be Issa, because you are also not really attached to us yet.
Rude?
No, I mean, like, seen with us. Random bar patron.
Random bar patron.
Yeah, I know at one point they weren't looking at me, but I think after Vorano spotted us together, before we fought the big boys, I might be looked at more.
Well, Vorano might know you're attached to this this group, but any connections to Lady Seraphima won't necessarily know.
Don't you guys have any, like, friends? Like, that could front it for you?
We just have friends.
Yeah, I mean, Maud is inviting one of my friends who I would trust to host, so I guess she can host if everyone is okay with that.
I feel like it should be one of us, but
We can be their support.
Yeah, I mean, I am fine with hosting. I think it would get Vorano here, and like Terrence said, probably wouldn't attract too much attention right away from nobility above ground, but I don't know.
I mean, how much does Verano actually know about you?
Not a lot. Unless someone gave out my last name, which wouldn't put it past any of you to do that, but I don't think you have yet, so...
I don't even know it.
I don't think I know your last name either. I don't think I know anybody's last name.
What's your last names? What's your social security card?
Let's have a pause this. Let's have a team building exercise.
What's your mother's
Everybody,
maiden
what's
name?
your last name? Yeah. What's your social security number? For no reason in particular.
You have any
What's your mother's favorite?
What street did you grow up on?
What's the name of your elementary school math teacher?
What was your first card?
So, I don't know if I'm, like, just thinking about this the wrong way, but shouldn't it be, like, a prominent name from, like, the underside or whatever it's called? Why would Vorano want to show, like, why, if we're talking about getting high-profile people from either side, top side or bottom side or whatever, why would they care about showing up to, like, no offense, Issa, but, like, why would they care about you hosting something?
We could have Carlisle.
Carlisle's not.
Darren like looks from the bar and goes, "Oh my god!" From that time,
They're putting this in our hands, so I don't think that's necessary.
Big T is also back there, kind of just like probably like just making some drinks and serving out drinks. You could always say this is like a I don't know, memoriam to those who died at the graduation.
Out of game, I was like, we should just throw a memorial.
Or it could be a fundraiser to the effects of that, like for the ruined whatever. Where was it? What do you call that? I never went to school. What do you call that place? And Darren's like, it's called an auditorium. Yeah, to help the auditorium and the cigar burns from Wash, whatever.
The cigar burns from Wash.
She gave you cigars. Oh no. Just kidding. Someone outside of this realm drew Wash with a cigar. Sometimes I get flashes of different universes.
Some artistic.
He picked one up out of an ashtray at the party, and he's never put it down. He just has it in his pocket somewhere.
It's actually like
Hanging out
a
of your mouth.
sausage link.
Yeah.
It would probably look good for nobility to attend a memorial.
Yeah, but why would Vorano go
Do we
there?
want nobility?
Vorano would go there because I was there, and it would make sense for me to go there if I'm like mourning the people that I indirectly affected.
I mean, you could make it. This is Darren now. You could make it like a fundraiser for helping out the summit for relief, like a relief fundraiser or something.
It wasn't just the summit that had deaths from this. It was all the colleges.
Record scratch. Everyone looks at Issa.
Yeah, literally.
Sorry, what?
There were massacres at every college that day.
On the same day?
Sorry, Terrence. I didn't realize you didn't know that, but more people died than just at the summit.
We'll need a bigger fundraiser then, I guess. Terrence just kind of like shrinks into himself a little bit, like.
Issa definitely feels bad, but she's just kind of like, listen, I don't know. I think if we make it a fundraiser for all of the colleges, it would attract more people. I know Summit's the big one. It did affect other people as well. I went to Providence and there was a massacre there, so...
Okay, then we'll do it for
all the colleges.
Yeah.
Make it for the academic community at large.
And knowing Vorano, he's sick enough to want to go witness the people that were destroyed by his elixirs.
So who are we inviting?
Honestly, at that point, people from all over the continent will probably want to come. It's a big stain on the continent, and fundraising for the colleges and for the families that lost loved ones is probably attractive for saving face and for their image. So maybe it's more about announcing it rather than sending personalized invitations at this point.
And if we are sending invitations, the heads of the colleges and the families directly affected make it seem more legit.
Exactly.
Yes, the families should get their own invites.
You do know doing this is a good chance for a repeat of what happened.
We'll be there.
A room of
We'll get the
innocents.
people there.
Well, I agree with Wash. I feel like maybe inviting the families that were affected to a potential fight is not the best
Serving them
idea.
up on a platter for a man who enjoyed that.
And then they come eat. It's a good option.
Codex kind of like side eyes, like she like turns her head, looks directly at one, and she's like, "Shouldn't we be worried that Lady Seraphima might show up if it's something that public?
She won't care about the colleges.
Would she care about you being there?
I'm not going to be there.
You're not going to be at the event that we're hosting where we might have to face off with Vorano?
I mean, we're not announcing that I'm going to be there.
We shouldn't announce that any of us are going to be there. Except for Terrence.
All of this is sounding like it might be much more costly than 1,000.
Correct.
Well,
Much larger.
if we're sending out invitations to higher ranking...
So wait, hold on. I was here this whole time. So you said run? I just put that together.
I didn't say that.
What?
But I think if we're sending out invitations to higher rank people, we can also ask for donations for the auction. People like doing that anyway.
You're lucky I see one of you as a close personal person in my life.
Oh,
Two people that are... 3 people, pointing at Issa, friends, and 2 people that I hope to become friends one day, pointing at Codex and Terrence.
I thought we were friends.
She just kind of rolls her eyes and she's like, "You know what? You guys can plan whatever you want. I'll deliver the mail when you
Hold on. Codex, wait. Oh,
Why?
do you walk off? You can walk off.
She's like about to walk away and she's like, "Why? You don't need me here. You guys can make the plan yourselves. You know who's gonna be here. I'll just show up. It'll be fine."
Codex, can we talk outside real quick?
She kind of like narrows her eye at them. Why?
Heart to heart.
She kind of like looks at everybody else at the table. She's like, "Fine."
Alright. If you like walk right outside of the Lost and Found, they probably like gesture you over to like, just like, instead of being like right in front of it, like kind of like in front of like one of the alleys that are on either side of it. Not in the alley, but on one of the sides. Listen, I know that I can have a harsh attitude sometimes. But can I ask you a personal question that you might not like to be asked without you knowing what it is? Can I ask for grace with the question I might ask you?
Sure.
When I went to the 11th, the connection I have in the 11th is, let's just say it, and even when they start like speaking, kind of like look left and right just to see if anybody's paying attention, even though you guys are in the echo chamber, like they're like keeping an eye out. The connection I have is a high one at that in the 11th, if you're catching what I'm saying.
Wow.
Wow.
And I was told that that person knew you.
Maybe.
Again, darting eyes kind of back and forth. Listen, this is going to be such a strange compliment coming from my mouth and from the source that I'm associating with. But if that is true, that means you must have some very important talent to you. Or just talents all around you. Now, I'm not the type... Wait, what? Sorry?
Nothing. She's just like, she has this like slightly confused but really annoyed look on her face.
The whole group in there, I know you all just met each other like a week or whatever ago. For some reason, whatever the divine senses might be, you've all been connected to big things that are going on. And apparently all were kind of prior to. So, I think they need your help. But also I'm out here to say, is everything okay? I'm not good at asking.
She kind of just like, her eyebrows furrowed. She just looks super annoyed. And her ear kind of twitches. And Derek could easily tell, like, she's angry now. And she's like, you know what? No, everything's not okay, and I don't think you fucking care. I don't know who you are, I don't trust you, I don't care what you're telling me, and, like, all I know right now is that the minute I started associating with you and all of the people in there, my family got threatened. So as far as I'm concerned, this is either my fault or all of your fault.
That's fair.
I don't need any of this.
No, baby Cody.
It's, like... I went into the Red Raven Adventuring Guild because I just wanted to make money and do adventures and, like, maybe help people and whatever, and now I'm fucking here, and I don't know who you are, and one's like, what if we use random people as, like, meat shields or something to kill someone? Like, what? Why don't you do it yourself? You guys all walk around like you're all high and mighty and you know what you're doing, but, like, then you come here and you're like, I don't know what's going on. Go kill Vorano.
I'll be the first to tell you, I'm not high and mighty.
Sure doesn't come off that way.
It's a defense mechanism.
Yeah, well, it's a shitty one. Anyway, I'm going back inside. You can do whatever you want. She, like, walks back in, and she looks right past the table, and she's just going to her room.
Darian kind of, like, takes a second and probably will walk back in. You have a very unhappy bunny with you.
Well, she's right. We shouldn't be doing this.
A job is a job is a job.
That doesn't mean we invite innocent people who, like, already were affected by this to be affected by it again.
You think they aren't doing that too? Think about this in a larger perspective. We put 100 bodies on the line, or else we risk 1 million.
No, we don't. This is, like, that is objectively false.
I'm taking myself away from this conversation because I'm not part of it. But if you need help funding, let me know. And goes back to the bar.
We'll take some more money. Yes, I'll come back to you.
It would be... the worst comes to worst with this situation, no one shows up and it's a failure of a mission. But if we invite the families of people who are already affected, then it's just going to give them more trauma, potentially kill more people that were already hurt by this, by something I did. I don't want this to affect any more people than it has to. If it affects the people who are already scummy and already hurt people because they don't give a fuck, then that's fine. I don't care. But
if we fail, it's more time, and then it is more innocent people. I'd rather just retake the traumatized one and just kind of feed them to the fodder.
Well, then that's fucked up.
I don't think that's fair. Issa's like, listen, I get why, if we're throwing this fundraiser, on the one hand, she's like trying to mediate. She's like, on the one hand, I understand if we throw a fundraiser for this cause, the families would be invited. Like, obviously, we know that this is going to potentially end in a battle, so I agree with Wash and Codex and Terrence, it's not quite appropriate to invite families that have already seen or had loved ones die in this manner to a place where Vorano is going to be, or a place where the creator of the serum is going to be, and that is, Terrence, it's not your fault that this happened, but I don't think they'd want to see you either.
Yeah, I doubt it.
So, I don't know. the auction and the fundraiser is a good idea, but even people that are invited to that would also be innocent, theoretically, people that don't deserve the fate of what we're bringing them to. So I don't know if we have to fake a party and get Vorano there, or if we actually have a fundraiser and an auction, but either way we do it, there will be innocent lives at risk. I just think we should avoid bringing the families and the friends of the people lost into it.
Do we even need a party? I mean, magic does some crazy stuff. Can't we just pay someone to find him magically?
True enough. I was going to sneak in there, honestly, and just bring him to you all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine. We did originally have the idea of just waiting at Teeter's to see if he came around, since that's where Shay distributed the tracking coins. So, I mean, that is an option. We could fake a party, we could track him magically with the money that Darian just gave us, we could throw the fundraiser, I don't know.
I have a new plan. We can spread some rumors that I found the recipe, or I have Terrence, I figured out what he's done, and I'm held him captive, and I can sell him to the highest bidder. And we can try to get those to Vorano's ears.
Fuck, at this point you could just say, come fight me, bitch! Zaharis' name.
Correct.
Like, Zaharis' name.
Well, Vorano knows me. He knows that that's always on the table.
There you go. I'd fight. Well, I wouldn't. I'd never fight you, Shay.
No, it's... You're drinking...
Only person Big T respects. Shay.
Now that will inevitably get back to Lady Seraphima, but
I don't think it will. We're far enough away that it's not worth it for her to send people all the way over here.
Wait, are you actually considering going where the fated fates come fight?
No, more of Shay's suggestion. I don't think they'll find us eventually. I feel like we should at least try and have some sort of surprise.
And just like they write in the stories, you could clear name and be the heroes of the land. Congratulations! Rolls his eyes intensely.
Thanks, Big T.
I think Issa's just staring at him. He's like, that is not the goal. The goal is to save some lives.
Could be, though, and then you could get a lot of profit being on made-for-marketable toys. And then I could sell them on the black market to kids.
It sounds like you already have a plan in place, Big T.
I always have a plan in place, except when I don't.
That's true. Since when did you get into merchandising?
I can make glow-in-the-dark ones.
That's true. And
your hair would look... Put it easy. Your hair would look beautiful.
It sure would, but that's not what we're doing. So...
What would I know?
Well, Vorano knows that I also work independently from the Fates as well.
And sure, if anyone were to go rogue, I think it would be Shay. But
it would be the rogue.
I mean, I'm not opposed to this idea. We can hold it at the same spot that Maud said we can probably clear out and host something in. It has a bit of a reputation for hosting a little bit of seedy, shady characters and things anyway, so...
Or we could do Titus. We're supposed to meet Clea there anyway.
Yeah.
Oh?
Don't worry about it, Big T.
Okay. I don't want anyone else coming to my bar today that I don't know.
Oh no, she won't come here, don't you worry.
Whatever we can do to just not have to hurt more people than we already have.
You already have someone upstairs who's very heavy. Why am I doing this for Darian? Darian's also helping clean the bar. You already have somebody. He starts helping. They get manic, so they just want to. You already have someone upstairs who's hurt by what has been happening, so maybe we want to focus on that first. I mean, out of all of you, the only one out of you that I know of, other than you, Issa, I know we don't know each other very well yet, that joined this to become a hero is the one who doesn't feel like you all are being heroes right now.
I probably get up and push my chair and I'm like, whatever, we can go play the Moral Olympics later. I'm gonna go, if you figure this out, find me where you find me. And I kind of go upstairs and I'm gonna try to go to my room. But probably as I'm going to my room, I'm probably gonna stop and remember where Codex is, and I'm gonna go to Codex.
This is gonna go well. I can feel it.
And I'll probably just knock on your door, or unless we want to continue in that conversation first. All right, I'm gonna knock on your door. It's like almost like very like I don't really want to do it's like 2 taps, like very hesitant.
As you like get close to her door, you probably hear like just really muffled like thumps and like patterns from her room, and like they stop, and you just hear like dead silence for a minute, and it's just like a second later, she just like whips open the door and she just stands there, and she usually has like those sashes that she wears on her belt. She has them like wrapped around her hands. She's just like, what?
She's like kind of like standing awkwardly, like you can even through the armor, you like her hand is like on her head, and it's like, you seem upset, and I'm not good at this. What's up?
Another person who is not good at this goes to talk to Codex.
I love it.
He was going to, but Lexi beat it, so go ahead.
Codex just like stares at you for like a while, and you can tell like it's like weirdly uncomfortable, and she like furrows her brow a little bit, and she's just like, you don't have to do this if this isn't...
You know, I'm not even going to pay attention to the last conversation. I'm more concerned that, is your family okay? Are you okay?
Like I said, you don't have to do this. I don't need
look,
people... No, I don't need people who don't care coming to ask me, you know, are you okay? Darian just did that. I can handle it. I've been handling it.
I'm sure you can handle it. Do you need help?
How would you possibly help? You don't even know what's going on!
I mean, you're right. You could inform me, and I could try to help. No, you're right. It's stupid. I'm sorry.
She like sticks her head out into the hallway, and like her ears kind of like smack into her head, like 'cause she's not paying attention. And she like looks up and down the hallway, and then she like grabs you by the coat and like pulls you into her room. Like slams the door. And then like she just starts pacing for a second, and then she like turns and looks back at you, and she's like, do you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad would it be if I talked about things that I'm not supposed to talk about in this room, in this establishment? Like, are people listening?
No. Into the rooms? No.
She, like, continues pacing for a second, and her, like, ear twitches again, and then she, like, stops, looks back at you. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way. And she just, like, she'll cast message. And, in your head, you hear her voice, and she's like, yeah, okay, so my family got attacked. That's bad. That started when that happened whenever I met you guys. But Darian, for some reason, is like, hey, are you okay? Also, the people that know you at the Onyx Obscurity are asking about you, and they know stuff. What is that? Why are, like...
Here's the thing, people, and it's like I'm messaging back too now. Like because I also have message, so I'm casting. Like we're just casting at each other.
Darian walks in to like try to apologize again. Just sees you both like.
Exactly.
And just, like,
Isa's been knocking for like 7 minutes, but they can't hear
But it's
because
like
they're
you're
just
knocking
like,
rhythm.
yeah, they just can't. She's like, the fuck.
So here's the thing: Onyx Obscurity knows a lot of things about a lot of people. Why are we concerned about this?
So, you know, message, cast message. So, you know how when we joined the Red Raven Adventure Guild and we did that first mission, and I was like, this seems really easy because my first mission was really hard?
Yes.
Okay, you can see she's like pacing again now, and she like stops to like cast message and then continues pacing, and she's like, okay, so on top of everything else that's going on, I don't know if the Onyx Obscurity is coming to get me because I stole the Darkroot Diamond for them, and maybe they just want to get rid of me, or get rid of my family, or whatever, but that's also going on now. And I'm freaking out, like, constantly, and it's all just kind of coming to a head because they finally found my family, but I don't know, like, what if Vorano's working for them because he's working with Balthazar, and what if Balthazar's working with the Onyx Obscurity? Like, what if it's all attached, and I'm somehow here now in the middle of it all, by accident, kind of?
Pause. You go through that whole winded thing, and you're looking at the mask of one, and you're getting no messages back. One, you're in a state of shock. So there's like, maybe like, let's just say like there's probably like a minute and you're like one has not said anything.
Out loud, she's just like, I knew this was a bad idea. You should just go. This is all a joke. I tell people this all the time at the Red Ravens Adventuring Guild because it makes me seem really cool. And I just heard about the Darker Diamond in the news. And everybody reads the news, so we all know. It's fine. You can go.
If you pace around while you say that, like say you're like walking around doing kind of like that, like panicking thing, one is like completely still, and it's like unsettlingly still.
Statuesque.
If I can assume that you're like kind of doing that pace around doing this thing, when you look back at her, you suddenly see next to her is this like 7 foot tall, completely green devil in like almost like a zoot suit.
Yeah, I love Chartreuse.
Austin, she's kind of staring at one.
The second Codex sees this woman, she like dives towards her bed, like grabs her swords, and is like, "What the fuck?"
If you turn your swords towards her, like she kind of like looks back at you. You never necessarily see her eyes. They're like, I'm gonna go to the very anime thing where it's like her bangs kind of cover her face and there's like a shadow from her bangs.
Yes.
Like, so then there's the very extreme moments where like you'll see her eyes that like glow, but like that's not yet happening. You kind of like point your swords at her and she kind of like repossesses herself and like, puts her hands out to her side. Run through me if you want, I guess.
I mean, who are you? What are you doing here? Did they send you? Listen, one doesn't know anything. It's all me. It's fine.
And she kind of puts her hand on top of one's head, and you watch as she kind of like flicks back one's hood, so you just see like the full metal mask on top of one. She kind of plops her hand down. You hear like that punk, as she's like, "I'm like a guardian angel for this one. You have opened a big wound, I'll say." But I did make a promise that if she found out information not through me, that she could have her memory back. When somebody else reveals a bit of information, I promised I would give her memory back. And then she kind of like looks at one, and then quickly looks back at you and puts her hand up. I realize that sounds like I took her memory out of malice. I took it out of her so she doesn't have trauma and also gets in trouble. There's a reason to the rhyme, if that makes sense. So,
What?
Sorry, am I going too fast?
A little. What? This doesn't make any sense. So you're not bad?
I could be.
That seems bad. The concept of what you're doing seems really bad.
Is it because you're looking at what I look like, my image, and you think I'm an evil person?
No, it's because you just admitted to taking her memories?
To help her, to save her.
I mean, I get it, but I don't, because it's weird, and she hasn't said anything about this, and she doesn't...
It's hard. Yeah. Great. You will listen, I will just reveal her memories back to her.
Does Wash know about this?
No, Wash does not.
Does Darian know about this?
No, Darian does not.
Does Carlisle know?
Darling, Carlisle is Darian.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't know if there's like specific stuff going on there.
You are so cute. Sorry. I'm going to quickly give her this memory back, and then I'm going to blip out like I wasn't even here. And if you want to forget like any of this happened, that's fine. Yeah. And you kind of watch as she kind of like touches her finger to like the top. You just hear like this like loud ping at the top of one's armor, as one's armor just like starts to like fold out of itself off of her. And you watch as
Codex immediately drops one of her like parry dagger and covers her eyes.
Aww.
she's not naked. Like
No, she covers her eyes.
Yeah. You hear like it kind of thunk onto the floor, her armor, as you hear Chartreuse kind of go, oh, like she makes this like, oh, noise. Do you look or no?
Nope.
Okay.
You don't peek?
Do you peek a little bit?
Nope.
Oh, come on.
Nope.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
The omniscient eye sees.
yeah. I can't tell you. You're not looking. You are the camera in this instance. One, you black out when Codex says the Dark Root Diamond, and what you kind of like, almost like if you're in like this, like you're in your own like thought space, like a kind of like a voidless thought space. You kind of get this like white flash of light into like these like rush of memories, in which you will remember the entire module we did before this campaign. You remember.
Oh fuck.
Oh,
Fuck.
You remember being a hire by Sham. You remember Bex Kaltiar, the half-orc rogue from, I think she was from the 7th precinct. You remember Kuzan from the Grove and what happened to Kuzan. You remember Taran Osar, the half-elf monk that you met in that adventure as well. And Maud, as well as a lot of the other things. You remember meeting Malachite. You remember what Arathia did. The supposed story of how the Dark Root Diamond was stolen from the museum in the 3rd precinct. You remember seeing a god, and apparently a greater god. I realize now too, Lexi is the only person who's ever been a player who has talked to 2 greater gods. Because Valere last campaign talked to Or, and you guys kind of got a quick moment with this god. I won't say that's your secrets to reveal if you wish. A bunch of different things that flood in all at once. So hopefully you remember the module. I do. As you kind of like wake up, and you wake up in like you feel Chartreus's warm hands on your skin, and she just goes, "Hello, darling." And then she just kind of like kisses your forehead, and then she disappears as you kind of like stumble back because your entire armor is off. Codex, you just hear "Hello, darling," and a flash as one katunks onto the floor.
Okay, as she hears like her go, "Hello, darling," and starts to hear like the flash, she still has her hand over her eyes and she's like, "Should I tell one that you were here? Is this like a secret?"
Hold on, I'm gonna make a little roll for myself here. Yeah, I throw up immediately, I think. Like immediately, it's just like I'm like, like and you just hear that, and I'm like,
do you look yet, Codex?
No, she's just standing there with her hand over her eyes, holding her sword, and she's like, "This sounds really
definitely
bad."
like do that thing. Like I like checked. Is my stuff still on me? Like is the arm, like the collar, the ring?
No, it's all off. You have like other than the collar is off. It's probably like tapped on top of the armor. But you have like your basic whatever like tight clothes. I'm sure you wear underneath. Like probably like I'm assuming probably like a tight like tank top and leggings or something. I'm assuming.
I'm gonna send you a text as well.
Me?
Because I need to say yes, because I'm gonna send it to you on Discord, because I need to know if one thing is also still on me.
You fell over, and there's a reason why you fell over. If that answers your question.
Yep, that exactly answers my question. That exactly answers my question.
I feel like I caused a lot of problems here.
Is it in the, like if I look around, is it in the room?
It is a little bit behind you. You might have to like crawl for like a second or two to get to it. What did you say, Codex?
Codex is standing there with her hand over her eyes, still with her sword in her hand, and she's like, "This sounds really bad. Is the green woman still here?"
She's not still here, and you kind of hear her almost this rhythmically like thud, like as she's like, you can just see like she's probably like straining herself too. Like all you hear is she's straining herself, and there's like thuds as she's like slowly something's happening.
Look!
Let Codex do her thing.
She kind of like crouches down and sets her sword down because she doesn't want to drop it, and then she's like, "So it sounds like you need help, but I'm trying to. Can I?
Codex.
Yeah."
She kind of like is like defeated, and if you can tell, like sound wise, she's on the floor. Codex. There's a reason I don't want people to see me, but I think you know enough, which also makes you a risk for danger. So I'm going to say something very, very earnest right now, and you can tell like her like jaw is like grinning, like she does not want to say this. I do need help, but if you see me, that might put you in danger. I can do this myself, but I also need help.
Okay, well, I mean, so, like, you already know, like, I stole, like, I feel like I'm in a lot of danger already, so I feel like what more could hurt?
Also, one,
You know
one.
what?
Also,
What?
with all of what you remember in the module, you don't know past that. But you now know that the reason that the Dark Root Diamond was where it was when you found it is that all of what happened in that module, as far as you're aware, is because of Codex.
Oh my god.
I don't know what this means.
Amazing.
It sounds really bad. It sounds really bad.
Codex being like, we can't bring innocent people into this, and then being like, I'm being hunted by the Onyx Obscurity. Crazy. It's crazy. My best friends, let's go. Let's all be together.
Like I said, I feel like I can't, like, more danger at this point is just, it's
Codex, we are 2 seconds away from either being mortal enemies or best friends, and we have to make a choice right now.
Okay, well, I already have a mortal enemy, so I'd rather be best friends.
Great, we are best friends. Codex, look at me.
Okay, she, like, pulls her head away and looks at you.
She has no left leg.
Oh, shit, oh, shit, oh, shit.
If you look over, that piece of armor is actually her leg.
Is it above the knee or below the knee? Did we say? Was it below?
You were kind and said below the knee. To give me more mobility.
And then you've seen one's face.
Codex, like, stares at you for, like, a hot second. It's, like, uncomfortable for a second, and she's like, why are you blushing?
Roll an insight check.
Roll an insight check to see if one has the hots for you, Codex.
Right. Yeah, I got a 1. I think she's a little... She's not
Jesus
worried.
Lord.
No.
Just get my leg. Just get my leg.
Okay. She just kind of, like, walks over and, like, awkwardly picks it up and, like, holds it out to you.
She, like, kind of, like, attaches it back on.
She's still kind of, like, averting. Like, she's not looking directly at you, and she's just like, so... Did you make it yourself, or is this...
Yes and no and no.
Okay.
It's complicated. It's I didn't really... My dad built the leg, but then I connected it to a thing that I didn't build, but it's my creation, but it's not.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's cool. Sorry, I'm sweating a lot right now.
Yeah.
What happened to you? Who's the green woman? Did she, she said it was cool and everything, but she said she took your memories, and then you stopped moving for a while, and she said Wash doesn't know about this, but, like...
Or Darian.
And that's why
Or
we
Carlisle.
are best friends now.
And Darian and Carlisle doesn't know about this. Why are we best friends? Just because I know a secret? That's weird.
She's kind of like probably going and collecting her other things and putting them on as she's saying this too. So you need to tell me all about the Dark Root Diamond and why you were there.
Okay. Do you want me to do it through message, or can I just say it out loud? Is there...
Message. Fine,
Okay.
message.
Okay, alright.
She's also
like...
not putting her armor back. Like, she put all this stuff on, she's not putting her armor back on. So this whole time you can see her.
Okay, she's still, like, just, like, averting her gaze a little bit. 'Cause it's still, like, weird. And she, like, goes to get her sword and her, parry dagger and, like, puts them back in their sheaths on her bed. And she kinda, like, sits down and starts casting message, and she's just like, okay, so I think it was, like, 2 years ago at this point.
Right? I
Right.
know.
Yeah, so I went to the... Yeah, I went to the Red Raven Adventuring Guild because I wanted a new job, and I heard that you could make better money as an adventurer, and it was this whole thing, and whatever. And then I went there, and they were like, hey, cool, we have a trial test for you, you have to just go do a thing. And I got into a cart with Sham, and then there wasn't really an option to not do it, it felt like. And he gave me a piece of paper and was like, read this text on the paper, and I did that, and then I teleported into the museum with the, maybe I should start from a earlier part. So when I was 10 years old, I went to the museum.
I hope, like, I'm laughing, but she is, like, looking at, like, she is not, like, going to stop. Like, if you have to tell the story of when you were 10, she is listening to the story of when you were 10.
She, like, loses concentration on, I know it's not a concentration spell, but she, like, is mixed up enough that she, like, stops casting message for a second, and she's like, shit. And then she, like, recasts it, and she's like, so when I was 10, we went to the museum as part of my birthday present with my brother, and my dad was like, hey, there's a big diamond down the hallway, and I ran in there or whatever, and there was this weird lady there, and she was pink, and she, like, looked at me, and, you know, I was like, what do you like about, birthdays? Because it's my birthday. And she was like, well, or I was like, I asked her what she got for her last birthday, and she said, oh, my dad died. And that was really weird, and that freaked me out a little bit. So then I ran, she was like, do you want to see this diamond again? And I was like, no, I'm good. And then I left. And then, surprise, 2 years ago when I did this thing for Sham, and I teleported in there, and it was the darker diamond. Woo, surprise. And I had to take it and then read another slip of paper, which I did. And then I teleported to this weird pit thing, and she was there again, and that was crazy. And I gave her the darker diamond because I didn't really have an option to not do that. And then I got someone gave me a drink, and they were like, but I'll let you keep your memory. So I still remember everything, which isn't the greatest in the world. But yeah, so now we're here. And a lot of people seem to know now that I did that, which is crazy, because I thought we weren't supposed to talk about it. So now you know, too, which is awesome.
Great. I know about I know about this, and if you ever need to talk about this, come to me. Because we can keep this to each other. Because, yeah, you probably shouldn't be saying these things out loud.
Okay, there's not much else to talk about it besides what I just told you. That's really all I know. Like, I don't know why they wanted it or even really what it is, because I didn't read the placard things. So, like, what is it? The way you're reacting isn't making me feel confident about what this thing was.
Look, it's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, it was in a museum, so it's probably really expensive, right? Like, it's just worth a lot of gold.
She's like doing
one,
that, like,
you should continue saying things because I'm really nervous.
Wow. How much do you know about gems and magic?
Not much. I mean, you know, I know some of the stuff, like magic can happen. And gems are expensive generally, which is, yeah, that's, and
you know how sometimes in magic, the more valuable, quote unquote, we say something is the higher power that magic can have. Do you know that?
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
Cool. That's one of the most expensive things in the world.
Oh, so it's really bad. It's really bad. She just kind of like doubles over.
So like, I'm going. She kind of like grabs your shoulders and makes you look at her. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it does because I don't want to put you in more danger because you have knowledge. Just let it know that it is a very, very powerful thing. And also, you probably didn't know it's not your fault.
Yeah, I super didn't know. I didn't. Okay. She's like starts hyperventilating, like she's just like kind of like drops her head back down, and she's like, I mean, what's how bad? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad? Just how bad?
What's a 10 to you? Let's just not act up, and they're probably not going to do anything bad.
1, I need to know how bad. Like, how bad?
Look, she kind of, like, stands up, and she's like, you may have... Look, because we're best friends now, how much do you trust me?
Right, yeah, best friends, immediately when I see your weird mind demon. It's really hard to say whether I mean, obviously I trust you enough to... Yeah, sure, I trust you.
Cool, you may have just altered the timeline of forever for forever.
What?
Gosh. Codex dies.
Yeah, exactly.
Dead.
Keel's over.
She just kind of, like, stands there, like, stock still for a second, and you see, like, her right ear just kind of, like, twitches. Okay. And she just gets into bed and lays down.
Yeah.
I kind of, like, come and, like, sit next... Like, I'm on the bed sitting next to you, and I kind of, like, put a hand on your shoulder at the... Oh, God. Oh, God, comforting is not my thing.
You don't have to do it's fine.
Look, here's the... If the timeline is changed and everything, it goes... That's fate, you know? That's what they say. That's what the gods gotta do.
Gotta do.
Remember when this conversation started with, "Hey, are you okay, Codex?"
Yeah, right, exactly.
She's just kind of like laying there hugging her pillow, and she's just like just staring up into the distance. Like, yeah.
We got this. We can fix this.
We can fix it.
Don't blame yourself too hard.
This isn't
Friend.
helping. You're really not good at this.
I'm so bad at that.
Why?
It just means, look, we didn't decide. We now have a thing we have to handle that is bigger and stronger than what we are able to handle right now. We have something.
We already have that. We already have that with Vorano. Like this
we
is
can
the
handle
third
the
thing.
Voranos. We can handle the Vorano situation.
I don't know if you were there or if the green lady was you at the time, but the last fight did not go well. I don't know if we can handle this.
We just have to be a little more of a unit. We can handle this.
What? I don't think she like rolls over so she can look at you. She's still laying there, like holding her, like she like throws the pillow on the floor. And she's just laying there. And she's like, I don't think. Listen. I'm all about keeping it positive or whatever we're doing right now. But what you just told me seems really bad. And like, if we're gonna handle it, we're gonna have to tell everyone at some point, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess eventually we will have to tell.
Should
everyone.
we just rip the Band-Aid off and tell him now?
What? No. Now hold on.
Why, do you think Wash is gonna tell everyone? He doesn't seem
No,
to tell
it's
everyone.
just that like we've got other things to worry about right now that we can handle. Let's
This
handle
seems
those
like
first.
a high priority, though. Like, what if they show up at the party?
They're not gonna.
Sorry, buddy.
They're not gonna show up at the party. Is the thing.
You don't know that. We don't know that.
It's a very low priority party. I'm sure most nobility will not show up to this party.
But, like, they're looking for us, and Vorano might be there, and if Vorano's attached to Balthazar, and Balthazar shows up because we're gonna invite him, then what if he tells other people that he knows, and then, like, what if he talks to his sister and she shows up, and then we have more people showing up from, you know, the Naramount Society, they probably talk
And
to
then the
Naramount
in-laws.
Society all the time.
And here's the thing, the Onyx Obscurity works very quietly. We wouldn't even get to make it to the party if we were that much of a priority. They're not going to do anything in public.
This isn't super comforting because we have not been operating in the public a lot, which means that
Then maybe we have to start operating in the public a lot.
But then other people see us. We have like 5 problems right now. Maybe I think we should just tell everyone, because then it's like everyone knows.
Oh, God. Go, gods.
Issa Knox.
I think we should really just get everyone up here, and you have message, I have message. We can just message everyone and be like, hey, shit's fucked right now. We have like 5 problems, and one
It's
of
like
them
whisper
is...
down the alley.
Here's what I'm trying to say. We have 5 problems right now. Maybe we don't need to get them involved with problem number 5 because we can't handle problem number 5 yet.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is problem number 5.
This is problem number 5.
But what if problem number 5 shows up and then they're not ready because they don't know about problem number 5?
Well, then maybe they're safer than we are.
Safer not knowing about problem number 5?
Because then they're not involved. And if they're all involved and it goes bad and they're involved, maybe they would also get hurt.
Do you not think that they will get involved just by association?
I really wish that you guys had your name is problem number 5. That'd been such a good party. Problem number 5.
If it comes up organically, we'll definitely
No, Faded Face is too good, but
no, it's too late.
It's our subtitle. Faded Face
There we go,
problem
faded
number
face.
5.
Problem number 5.
problem number 5 will be one of the arcs.
Exactly.
Oh, when we do eventually deal with this is the arc.
Like this is the Vorano arc. This is the whatever. This is problem number 5.
Game number 5? Can we just say it's
Problem number 5. Technically.
I'd rather them not be looking for trouble.
It seems like a bad idea, but okay, I'll trust your judgment, best friends. Yeah.
I think you're right in the long run. We do need to tell them, I think maybe after the party. I don't think the pink one will show up.
Also, just so we think, no, it's just her hair that's pink, and it's more of like a lavender, but right.
I'm colorblind, chill.
All my
The
characters
lavender haired one.
I love it.
Yeah,
Will show
Codex
up.
refers to her as the pink one, but she kind of like shuffles it, like sits up in bed so she can hug her knees, which is really fucking weird because she has the digitigrade legs. But
Yeah, that is a little thing.
she kind of like shuffles up, and she still has a blanket over her and stuff, and she's just like, okay, so we don't talk about problem number 5 with everybody else then. We just deal with the other 100 problems that are happening, even though problem number 5 is probably the most dangerous. Can I, while we're having this whole, like, heart-to-heart thing, and I'm freaking out already, so we can just keep the ball rolling in that direction, can I ask you a question that you may not like because we're best friends now? No, she knows that. She knows that.
Fine.
Okay, so people keep saying weird stuff while I can hear them because, and she like gestures to her huge ears. And she's like, but I might have overheard Darian talking to you about how the Faded Fates went to Lisa Serafima's place, and he called it your home, and...
Roll insight again, Codex. Now that you're a little calm.
I'm not calm. I got a 2, which is just 1 above a 1, so it's fine. She is not calm. It makes sense. Yeah, no, with my insight, it is a 4. So.
Yeah.
What's that about? Is that a problem we should add to the list?
That is not your problem. Do not worry about that.
Yeah, but as your best friend, I would love to know.
exploit this. Get information.
Toxic friendship.
You're toxic, Kodak.
Is Lady Seraphima like family? Should we be worried about?
Roll insight. Roll deception.
I haven't even said anything yet.
Roll well, Codex.
No.
I rolled a 19 for deception.
Nice.
Jesus Christ. Hold on. Do I use abilities? Hold on. Silvery barbs.
Hey, best friend, what are you doing over there?
Also, deception isn't necessarily for a lie. This is deception in, like, keeping your face straight. That's what I'm saying.
Does this count as an ability check?
Yes.
Okay. Can I...
Not you casting silvery barbs, wild magic surging in the middle of the room.
So what I'm
Codex
saying is...
Codex and 1 somehow died. They just never come back. You're just like, where are Codex and 1?
That would be so funny. No, I'm gonna say she does cast silvery barbs, but it's like not fully intentional. And like as you're about to speak, she's like, "Don't lie to me." So reroll. And
So I roll
lower.
at disadvantage?
Yeah.
I also rolled a 19 again.
I hate you. Anyway, wild magic surge. Let's see what happens.
Also, don't you have that sorcery thing where you can re-roll a failed?
Oh, absolutely. But I got an 11. We're good.
Damn.
Do you want me
Damn
to
it.
roll again?
Yeah, can you just keep... I'm gonna silvery barbs your wild magic
I
surge
silvery
roll.
barbs. Wild magic counter goes up by 1.
Everybody
We're
takes
at
1
5
level in
now.
sorcerer wild magic.
Yeah.
Well, I guess except Shay, but
Yeah, I already got something else.
But yeah. So I got an 11 on my insight check. I don't notice, but yeah, she's like, "Don't lie to me because we're best friends. I just need to know." Is this a problem? I know you said it's not a problem, but you've said that about a lot of things now that I think are problems. So, is she like your family? Is she like your mom? Is this just like a family?
She is
friend
not
that...
my mom.
Okay. Is she like someone that your family calls family, but she's like just like a neighbor that you really liked or something? She kind of seems like an asshole, so like I hope that's not the case.
She is an asshole.
Codex, roll insight again.
Roll until you succeed.
No, that's not why.
I am saying, like, Issa would have knocked at some point, so I don't want to interrupt. I don't want to interrupt the roleplay, so, like, you just con when you feel like it's appropriate. You can.
I got an 11
throw her
again.
knock.
I've been rolling like shit, and I've used different dice each time. This is incredible.
No, 11 is better than a 3 or anything. Here's what I can say.
What?
And the reason why I'm saying this is because you now currently, unless we count Wash, but I don't know. That's a Lexi discretion. But I was like, I feel like you've been looking at one's face more than anyone else has ever. Like,
Yeah.
if you're not Darian.
Yeah.
Her face, she could be related. It looks like Seraphima's face, kinda, maybe. I don't know. They're white. Like,
All you humanoids look the same.
yeah.
Exactly.
All I'll say is, like, looking at their faces, if someone said they're related, you go, I could see it, maybe. I won't say it's a definite, but I won't say it's not a definite. Like
Similar characteristics.
yeah. Like, if she was fully blonde, maybe? I don't know. Or are they just white people? Who knows?
We do all look the same. I mean, you and me, twins.
Twins.
Fuck it.
I hope you know that I'm not telling you these things because I don't want to tell you. I'm not telling you these things because I want you to be safe.
Surprisingly enough, I get that. I get it.
Knock, knock, knock.
Yeah, it's a perfect time.
Yeah. Hey, Codex?
Should I answer the door?
Panic.
Who are you in there with?
Fuck. How long do you think this will be? I'm probably like messaging you like, how long do you think this will be?
I just have food. I just want to apologize. And
I'm gonna go hide in your closet.
Okay, She likes nudging anything. Like,
I
do
was
you have anything
never
left on the
here.
floor? Do you have anything left on the floor? She's like nudging it behind the door.
All of the armor.
Can I hear like them moving around?
Roll.
in there?
Or no, what's your passive perception?
15.
Probably.
You're
You're like being pulled across
I'm
the
just, like,
fucking
letting
wood
it-
floor.
I'm letting it go, and I'm just waiting patiently to be
Yeah,
just like to see Codex.
it's like an awkward moment of time, and then she like pulls the door open, but only a little bit, and she's like leaning on the door. Hey,
sweating.
Hey, and she'll like hand out vegetarian food that she got from downstairs. She's like, I just wanted to make sure that you ate and drank, and we're feeling okay, but I know that you're not okay right now, so I'm not gonna get into it unless you really want to, but here's some food and some drink, and I am sorry for the way the conversation went downstairs, and I think we've moved on to a better, safer alternative that won't harm innocent people.
she's just like
So.
nodding, like very like, and she just kind of like takes the plate from you, and she's like, that's super nice of you. Yeah, I'm great. And she like kind of like side glances into the room.
And are you safe?
Yeah, I'm super safe, super good, except for the fact that we're being hunted by Vorano. Other than that, we're great. Are you good?
No, but I just want to make sure, because I know someone's in there with you. I just want to make sure that...
No one's in here. I'm just moving furniture around and punching the wall.
Yes, you probably were punching the wall. That seems like it. She's like looking at your hands that are probably like a little bruised or bloody. She's like, yeah.
Yeah, they're just a little... And she like pulls the door closed a little bit more.
He's like, all right.
So you're not good though.
No. Why would I be? We're being hunted, like you said,
Right.
by Vorano, who caused mass destruction in the continent, and it's somehow our job to stop it. So, nope, I'm not okay. I appreciate you asking.
It's not the continent. It was just the third precinct, you guys.
I'm just gonna.
That's my whole life.
Go. Connor, these people had families in every precinct, so.
Before you speak.
This is a wider-reaching problem, okay?
No, Issa had no idea. No one knew that the other precincts had massacres. But sorry about that, guys. But anyway,
Yeah, no, I mean, I think I would love to know if, like, anything else is going on for you.
Codex is such a deflector.
But maybe not right now, because now I'm all up here, you know, and I have to eat dinner. Thank you for bringing me this. But maybe
I made sure it's vegetarian, because I know.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. People keep giving me weird soups with meat in them, and it seems a little weird that they're not asked. It's fine. And she like kind of like is just like is holding the plate, and she's like, "But I would love to know any stuff going on with you." And she was like a weird point.
Crack in the door.
I'd love to know what's going on with
What's
you.
going on with you?
No, it's still like her whole body is there. Like you could see her, but she's just like leaning. There's like no like gap for entry, and she's like, so maybe
I already
in,
know
like,
what
a
I'm gonna do for the I'm sorry, for the compilation. It's gonna be is Scott here? Wallace in the door. He just left. Yeah, from Scott Pilgrim.
It's so good.
maybe in like an hour or two when I've calmed down, obviously, and everybody else is doing their own things, maybe we can talk about whatever like is your problems, because yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate that offer. I think I'm, for now, just going to go to the baths and relax a bit, but maybe we can circle back
Yeah. Definitely
later when you're done with
yeah.
your guest.
There's no one in this room.
Uh-huh.
Well,
No
Have a
one.
good... What'd you say?
There's no one in this room.
Including
No
you.
one in this room?
No one
What
in
was
this
that?
Yeah, no, we can definitely circle back. And she like starts to eat. We can definitely circle. This is really good. We can definitely circle back in like an hour or two. Definitely go chill out in the baths, and then I might lay down for a little bit and take like a 5-minute power nap, and then I'll meet up with you and we could talk about whatever your problems are, because I'm worried about you.
Yeah. No, that's not gonna work for me, but we can circle back and talk, but I do still really want to hear about your life.
It's boring. Poor family. My brother's in college doing time stuff. I have magic. It's crazy. It's, just...
Does one just walk
I want to hear
out?
about you.
One is like just like really like cramps in the muscles, like in a closet, like fuck, like and they...
Not my first time being there.
Do you actually, you're part of the Red Raven Guild, and she like kind of like situates herself a little bit more in the door. You're part of the Red Raven Adventuring Guild and like one of the higher up people, right? Like you do stuff like that. Do you know if they give forward pay? Like, do they do advanced pay stuff?
No.
Okay.
So if someone told you that, they were lying to you.
No, I was gonna put in a request that I maybe get like an advanced.
Do you need?
No, I'm good. No. I'm good. It's good. I'm gonna eat this food. You go take a bath. I'm sure they have like some jasmine or something. Throw it in there. Heard it's really good for the muscles and stuff. Okay. And then like you said, we'll circle back. And we'll talk about you.
Okay. Again, I didn't say talk about me. But we can both talk. How about that? We have a conversation about both of our lives.
Absolutely.
After you're done here.
After I take my nap and you take your bath. Yep. And
I have some money that you could have.
No, I'm good.
They're not going to give you in advance.
No, I'll call Sham and just see what happens.
Okay. Do you want me to call Maud and ask?
No, don't call Maud. No, we don't need to get Maud involved in any of this. It's fine.
Okay. All right. Well,
bye.
Enjoy your food, and if you need anything, just message me.
Yeah, absolutely. I know how to do that.
I know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bye, Issa.
Bye, Codex.
She just closed the door.
Issa is going to wait outside to see if someone comes out, or if she can hear anyone inside.
Do you end up just like getting back dressed and walking out? One.
I was gonna I kind of probably like tumble out of the closet. I'm assuming they're not large, so like out of the closet.
That was very quiet.
I'm doing my best here.
I thought
Issa's like, oh, it's one, and then she just like walks. She's like, all right, I'm gonna go get a bath.
Yeah, fair.
Put a jazz man in there.
Is there anything else you two want to talk about, or should I switch around?
Kodak probably like helps you up, and then is just like, I think you should probably. So we're not telling them about all of the bad stuff that's gonna alter all of reality. Do we need to update them on anything else? Because I feel like there's a lot going on that not everybody knows about. And what if other people have shit that's also problems? Like, Issa said she's not okay. What if the Onyx Obscurity is hunting her?
Issa fully was like, yeah, we're being hunted. Crazy. Why would I be okay?
Like, there's something
and you're like,
else
what
there.
is it? You're like, what is it?
What could it be?
What could it be?
I think we move towards talking about that, but we don't start talking about that yet. Because I think this is something that we could eventually figure out.
Okay, cool. Yeah. No,
yeah,
this is all good.
cool. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, cool.
It's great. We'll just keep it on the down low for now. She's gonna like gathering her stuff that you like kicked under the bed. And, like, we'll talk
like
about
helping
it later. let's do this again sometime? I don't know. Is that what you say?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what, friends, yeah. So, should I not calling you my best friend in front of everyone? Is this a secret thing?
We can figure that out as we go. I've never really had a best friend.
I thought Wash was your best friend.
I guess.
Sounded funny.
Here. Ashley's like leaving. She's like, maybe. Have you had friends before?
Yeah, I have like a lot of friends.
Do you tell them that you're friends, or is that like an unspoken thing?
We have a secret handshake and stuff.
Do
you want a secret handshake? I mean,
should I give Wash a secret hand? Is this how this works?
I think we can just do a secret.
I'm gonna go for the day, but maybe later you can come by and tell me how friends work or something.
Yeah, I'll start thinking about a secret. That sounded really sad what you just said. We'll talk about that later.
We're not talking about. Let's not talk about that either.
I'll think up. So I have to talk to Issa about her problems later tonight. But I'll find you later tonight. Well, I probably should talk to Wash too. There's a lot going on.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes them a long time to schedule time to meet up and do stuff together sometimes.
Okay.
Tell me about it.
Just go.
Yeah.
I'll find you, and we'll do friend stuff.
Do I say thank you? Do I pay you for this time?
No, don't pay me. Ew, what? No,
I heard the money. I'm sorry.
She's just kind of like pulling you towards the door.
Yeah, she pulls her armor back on. Like she's like, I'm just gonna go back to my room.
Yeah, okay. She kind of is just like ushering you towards her door, and like as you're going to leave, like if she's going to close the door, she's like, also, I don't know if you're doing this because it's a sneaky thing or whatever, but you're really pretty, so like you don't always have to wear the helmet. Like if it's the it's just closes
You
the
see
door.
like steam coming out as she's walking away.
She just closes the door.
Thank you.
All right. What are the 4 other people who have been present for this entire part? What to do?
Party planning.
Oh no, Shay is 100% started a drinking contest, and if Wash is down, I figured he was arm wrestling people. Shay is making it rowdy up at Big T's bar, and the whole time just like, yeah!
Big T's like, Shay, you get it going. But if Wash was to initiate, Big T would be like, what are you doing?
Wash wouldn't initiate.
It's like, don't we have something we have to be accomplishing here? Like, isn't there a goal? Everyone left. I don't understand. He's just sitting.
At this point, why don't we just put Shay in a room of people to get a party going?
Everyone's like, yeah! Alright. There's a sea shanty in the corner, just
So you guys are party planning?
100%. The responsible people have left. Shay is partying. She's making a big ol' party in Big T's tavern.
Terrence is just like scribbling ideas down to try and acknowledging what's happening in the room.
Issa, you going to the baths?
Yes.
Oh, righty. It's probably. I think
do I have to roll?
It's probably on a higher level. So the level that you found them on was on the 4th level, right? That's it, Lexi.
Roll for survival.
Exactly. In that one, you drown in the bath.
Right? It's the 4th.
It's either the 3rd or the 4th. It's one of those two. It's not the 2nd, and it's definitely not the 1st.
Let's just say it's the 4th for sake of ease. The bath house floor is actually higher up. So eventually you kind of look. There's probably a little directory of which floor.
Fuck. I'm at the elevators at a hotel, and I'm like pool, baths.
Yeah. But you kind of find it and find this nice long area, long hall that kind of opens to this bathhouse, which doesn't seem dimensionally correct, but whatever. It doesn't make sense that it's there. But you kind of go in to relax. Anything specific you want to do there while you're relaxing before I potentially throw something at you?
Oh, fun. I think she'd be relaxing and she'd probably be talking to Dante. We don't have to fully rope play it, but she's probably just not updating Dante on where she is or anything, but just out on another mission, vibing. Haha, my parents still think I'm in college. Just the full typical run.
Yeah, so as you're kind of like, if you kind of like end up sitting in the waters, you're probably like, I just imagine like you put like like the towel over your face for a bit just to like relax. Eventually, you do kind of have this like feeling that someone's standing over you.
She like takes one eye off and looks up.
You kind of just see like this person who's like looking at you, and they look very like. They're just like curiously looking. Are you like also? Are you wearing like a bathing suit, or are you like fully nude?
Fully nude.
Yeah.
Wonderful. They're not staring at your. Don't worry,
How
they're not
would
staring at your tits. They're staring at your face.
Somehow.
Good. Wow. Respectful.
Yeah.
There's bubbles, like, very specifically positioned.
Basically, you see like this person who like this very pale looking person who looks down at you. They have pale like, kind of like, short hair, with yellow eyes, and they kind of just like are looking down at you, and they just kind of go,
Can I help you?
No, I guess not. And they're fully clothed too. Like they're like not in bathhouse wear. I'll tell you that.
What are you doing in the baths? It doesn't look like you are going to join one.
Would you want me to?
I mean, you're free to join whatever bath.
Yeah, there's like all these empty baths.
Yeah, she's like, and mine is there's space for another person if you'd like to chat.
He kind of like crouches down, and then you just hear like him kind of go, like he kind of makes this noise with his mouth as you watch this like strange purple beast kind of like gallop up to get behind him, and it looks like what looks like this like basically like a purple displacer beast kind of next to him, and it has little tiny black like almost like devil horns, and it kind of just like as it like kind of sits next to him like a dog almost. It doesn't look angry. I mean, it's really unsettling and weird, but like it doesn't look, other than it's like its face and everything about it that looks hostile, it doesn't look like it's hostile. like do you know what I mean?
Issa's definitely doing the thing that most people do, which is like, oh, what's their name? And she's like holding out a hand, like, you know, just like in a nice position to see if the animal will let her pet them. And she has like not asked for this person's name yet. Like it's the quintessential human experience right now.
If you like put your hand out, like this beast will like kind of like bow its head and like let you pet it. The top of it's like kind of like it is like light fur, but also feels kind of velvety. The fur. His name is Kawa.
Kawa?
Cower. Cower. But
Coward. Yeah.
no D. Just
boy.
Just Cower, but Kawa.
Cower. And what is your name? And she's like still petting Cower.
Casimir.
No.
Tazimir?
That's probably fine.
And there's just like a hint of like a little bit of a smile.
Oh, well, I'm Issa. And she'll extend a hand to Tazimir.
Kaz with a C.
Oh, Casimir. Okay. Casimir.
This is just like Tanner all over again.
Yes, Tauntaun.
No!
Issa kind of puts her hand out like a princess would. She's like, oh, I'm Issa. She's like expecting them to grab it.
He kind of just like looks at it and like very awkwardly like one shake down. Like the kind of like the down up. Like kind of like let's go.
Their business.
So, you are part of the Fated Fates?
It would appear so, yes.
What exactly are your intentions in trying to stop my brother? And that's where we're going to end the session for today.
The Table is Yours releases episodes in video and podcast format every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific. You can follow The Table is Yours everywhere by the handle @TTIYDND. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you at the table next time.